Welcome from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in Queens, New York. The Show brings you game one of a big four-game set. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the New York Mets. Okay, Singy, he's got some extra swagger today after that monster performance in the last game. So much confidence in that swing.
No doubt about it, Boog. He did everything but drive the team bus back to the hotel. Looking forward to seeing if he can ride that wave into this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now, and today's starter, Tylor Megill. What do you look for here?
Big time arm power. One thing he struggles with, though, is repeating his delivery. And sometimes you have bigger pitchers trying to sync things up. Not as easy as a more compact pitcher. But if he can get command going, establish it early, and carry it through the ball game, he's going to pitch deep into this one.
Here's the left fielder, Miles Mikolas. Bounced up the middle. McNeil throws to first in time. One up, one down. Here's the Cardinals lineup now.
Batting second, right fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Boog, here's a guy at the plate I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
A little bit high, and it's 2-1. 2-1. One out, base is empty. In the air, left field, down the line, reaching for it, makes the catch.
Batting third, first baseman, Wilson
Two down,
Contreras.
base is empty. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. That one ripped. Taylor moving back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Cardinals 0. Mets coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in Queens, and for the Cardinals here this afternoon, it's Miles Mikolas. Not the best results a year ago, looking for better this season, Chris.
Yeah, really struggled last year, and it was one of those seasons that you just want to flush. But I think you have to remember and take the opportunity when you do struggle to really look yourself in the mirror, identify what went wrong, and make improvements. And I have no doubt that that's what this guy did in the offseason to prepare himself to come back and to be one of the best bounce-back players in the league. We'll see today. They'll have a real opportunity to prove a lot of people wrong.
Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. They're facing a guy today who is a strike thrower. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so they're going to have to work hard to generate base runners.
And when you've got a strike thrower like this guy on the mound, you can't be overly patient as a hitter because the umpire is generally going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So you got to go up there, understand what's in his repertoire, be aggressive in what you can handle. And you get 3 swings, why not take all 3 of them? With his control and command, he's going to be in the strike zone.
Ciani snags it, and there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Line drive, base hit.
Batting fourth, second baseman,
Jeff McNeil stands in. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 outs. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. And that ends the inning. Mets strand 1, scoreless after 1. Back here at Citi Field, second inning set to go. Here's the second baseman, Nolan Gorman. Megill back to work. Gorman, 24 years old, and he's driven in 8 runs over his last 10 games. And a pitch. There. Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about him. That's a good thing.
Got him swinging.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. No score here in the second. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. Here's the 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Headed towards the corner. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. That's down and in.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
1-2.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Yeah. The Cards leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Starling Marte up to hit.
Right fielder, Starling Marte.
This to third, Arenado. Marte retired.
Batting 6, left fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Singy, you gotta appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Base hit, center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. This one in the air. Win. 2 away now.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. up the middle, and it gets through. The throw to third. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. And now it's Jose Siri. Collected 3 hits in the loss yesterday. Here's a high fly ball out to center. And that's the inning. So they strand a pair. We head on down to the top of the third. We're tied 0-0. And we're back
Leading
at
off
the
for
plate.
St. Louis,
Mason Wynn.
shortstop Mason Wynn.
Lifted in the air down the left side. And it's caught for the out. Next to hit, Pedro Pajes. To third, Beatty. Slinging it to first in time. Back to the top of the lineup. Now batting Michael Ciani. And that drops in for a strike.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
That one's in there. 0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Two down, nobody on. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Top of the third, no score. Bloop behind second, makes the grab, and that's the inning. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. Still no score. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. And that one fouled off.
Well, these Mets, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time. And that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results.
First baseman, Mark Vientos.
So up next, Mark Vientos. Ripped on a line. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jesse
Here's
Winker.
Jesse Winker. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Lots of players perform better at home, and this batter is no exception. Might be the crowd or the familiar surroundings, but he's typically better in this environment.
Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Mets go down quickly, and we are still scoreless. Back here in Queens,
Leading off
digging
for St.
in,
Louis,
Lars
right fielder,
Nootbaar.
Lars Nootbaar.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
0-1.
Well, right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Free watch with the
Now
baseball
batting,
right now.
the first baseman, Wilson Contreras.
Here's Contreras now. And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Grounds one to short. Sends it to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Nolan Gorman.
Here's Nolan Gorman. Went down on strikes his first time through. Tap foul at the plate. 2 outs. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-2.
Ball one there. 4th inning underway, no score. The 1-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. 1, 2, 3 go to Cardinals, and we're still knotted at 0. Ready to go,
Leading
bottom
off
4,
for the
and
Mets,
stepping in for New York,
second
Jeff
baseman,
McNeil.
Jeff McNeil.
And that
Ball.
is downstairs. Ball 1.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce, and they get the out.
Up next for the Mets, right fielder, Starling Marte.
Here's Starling Marte. He's 0 for 1. Line drive, base hit down the line. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
Now here is Tyrone Taylor. And it's through for a hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
Now batting, third baseman, Brett
Now the
Beatty.
third baseman, Brett Beatty. Check swing, called strike.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Around third. He'll score easily. Now they get the runner and a run down. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Big RBI for him right there. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. In the air, right field. Nootbaar on the move. Makes the catch. And there are 2 down. Throw behind the runner. They got him doubled off. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for the
pitcher's duel so
the
far. Here's
designated
how the
hitter,
starters have performed up to this point. Megill back to work. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Burleson measures 6 feet 2 inches. 26 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick in 2020. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan
Here's Nolan
Arenado.
Arenado, and he's already singled in this game. Nolan Arenado at the plate. Arenado, guy who delivers big-time power at the dish. And will probably go down as one of the greatest defensive third basemen of all time. Over to first, and they get Arenado for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jordan Walker.
And here is Jordan Walker. He was a strikeout victim his first time. There's the strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch. Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Good job to fight that one off. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Up the middle, makes the sliding stop. Nicely done for the out. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Mets 1 and the Cardinals nothing.
Do you think that's just a statement? Then you ludicrous like it's word of mouth. I ain't new to what I'm about. Excuse me, miss, like what's your name? How about we just tone it down?
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news
Mets,
from around the league.
Center fielder, Jose Siri.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Back to the top of the Mets order. And stepping in is the speedy Luis Angel. Here goes the runner. And that is out of play. Runner at first with no outs here.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
The 0-2. On the ground, 2 ball. Fired to second. Over to first, safe.
Now batting, the first baseman, Mark Vientos.
Now the number 2 hitter, Mark Vientos. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's way high. 1-0. Acuna over at first with 1 away. Lined into right. Nootbaar makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
So up next for New York, Jesse Winker, 1 for 2. Runner on the go. Pitch misses.
That's out.
Throw to second. He's safe. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Hard hit, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets leave 1, but they lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 6. And now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. That's outside, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Swings through that one.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
To the left side, but it is well foul. Got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, I think he's got to be feeling pretty invincible out there on the mound right now. I mean, he's got the shutout working so far, and even when he challenges these guys, he's getting away with it. That pitch right there really wasn't anything special. A hittable pitch, but he gets the punch out.
And now Pedro Pajes. That one at the knees for a strike.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. A little bit low.
That's a ball.
Now 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Struck him out looking.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base, interrupt his timing, because he's coming right after these guys.
And first offering is fouled off. Two outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to.
Oh, nice stop on a slide. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Lars. And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. He'll touch them all. His 4th home run of the season. It's 2-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Up the middle, McNeil. And he beats it. He's safe.
Definitely a tough play right there, and he had a little trouble on the transfer. Didn't seem to be able to get the grip and get rid of it, and that made all the difference.
2 outs, runner at first. And up next for St. Louis, Nolan Gorman. There's a strike.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. When you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Hit in the air, center field. Siri in position. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. 2 runs for St. Louis on this blast. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Citi Field, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Jeff McNeil. Fastball for a strike.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
Hit on the ground to the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
And now the right fielder, Starling Marte. Just
No,
missed.
that's out.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Line, and that's a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
First and second, no outs. It's got a chance. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him. The tag at third, and he's out.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Miles Mikolas will depart. Not his best performance, but he leaves with the lead. And we'll get a new arm into the game after this. John King on the pitch here.
And never an easy situation coming in with runners at second and third. He's got a base to work with, so he doesn't have to be perfect, but he does have to make some quality pitches.
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Golden opportunity right here. First pitch misses. Go-ahead run at second here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's two away.
Now batting, the catcher, Luis Torrens.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now here is Luis Torrens. Swung on, belted. That's back. And it one-hops the wall. Run comes in from second. 3-2, they take the lead.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies, put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Torrens on at second with two down. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Ryan Fernandez appears to be getting loose. Leahy getting loose as well. Man on second, two down. That one ripped right center field. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run comes in from second, and they take a two-run lead.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So digging in, Luis Angel Acuna. 0 for 3 in this one. Save. Fantastic effort, but that extends the inning.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Base hit and a run comes in. Throw into third. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
So 2 down. So now here's the Mets DH. Jesse Winker. 1 for 3. Win. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So 9 batters come to the plate. 4 of them score. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 5 and the Cardinals 2.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Ryan Stanek.
Ryan Stanek.
And now
Leading
Alec
off for the
Burleson.
Cardinals, the designated hitter, Alec Burleson.
You see the velocity 97 with that fastball. There's a swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing.
Now batting, center fielder, Jordan
Now at the plate,
Walker.
Jordan Walker. Swings through that.
0-1.
Strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And down in order go the Cardinals. And the deficit remains 5-2.
Now pitching for
We're
St.
back
Louis.
in a new pitcher here to start the
Number
bottom of the
62.
7th. Kyle Leahy.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Jeff McNeil
Leading
now
off
at the plate.
for the Mets, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
On the ground. Into the outfield, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
So a man at first. So up next for New York, Starling Marte. And that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, left fielder.
Now the left fielder, Tyrone Taylor. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. In the air out towards right center. Walker makes the play. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Upstairs.
Ball high.
Could use a ground ball here. In the infield, runner at first base, get two, get out of this.
Gorman. Here's Wynn for one, and that's two. No runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 8th inning coming up. It's the Mets 5 and the Cardinals 2.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. A.J. Minter.
A.J. Minter.
Mason Wynn digs in now.
St. Louis, shortstop Mason Wynn.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Minter, in his 8th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, and he works in a changeup. Ground ball left side. Zips it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Pajes stands in now and watches strike one. That one missed.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Ciani in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. And the 0-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for him there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Mets 5 and the Cardinals 2. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Catcher Luis Torres.
Leahy back to work. Gets him to chase after that one.
0 balls, 1 strike.
That one the other way. Hauls it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. And that one hammered. And it one-hops the wall. In safely with a double, his 2nd of the day.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
One out, runner at 2nd. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Luis Angel Acuna. High fly ball, right field. Nootbaar puts it away. Runner tags at second. Thought about third there, but throws on the brakes. 2 away now. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets.
Baseman, Mark Vientos.
Gorman throws on to first, and that will end the inning. So 1 hit is all they get through 8 full. It's the Mets 5 and the Cardinals 2.
Now pitching for the New York Mets, number 39, Edwin Diaz. Leading off for St. Louis, right fielder Lars Nootbaar.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Diaz, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a 2-seamer. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
There's a strike at the knees, and the count is 0-2.
0-2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 1 down, base is empty. Got him looking for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated, and then this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe trying to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Gorman in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. They're down to their final strike. Diaz is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, great start to this 4-game series to get the first one at home, but these players know they've got some work to do because they could easily drop the next 3 if they're not careful. Can't get too comfortable. Get some rest, come back for the next one, and be ready to take game 2.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
So you better buzz. And if you really wanna you really spilling blood. Everybody tough, so they gotta go and see the judge. Better hug.